This time last week, I was on Vancouver Island participating in BC General Aviation's Survival Shakedown. The idea behind this event is that you have been flying in your small general aviation plane, like a Cessna 172 or something, and you've crashed. And all you have to survive the night is the survival kit that you normally carry on board with you in the plane. So the search and rescue technicians that lead the course drop you off in the woods and just leave you overnight. They check in every once in a while to make sure you're not burning the forest down or cutting off a finger or something. And they see and you see how well you can survive overnight with just the gear in that survival kit. And the day starts out on Saturday with about a 4-hour briefing session with some basic survival tips and a bit of a chat about how search and rescue SAR works. And then we left there, drove to a more remote area. Okay, so we're just going over our plan of attack for when we arrive on site. So first thing, we're going to see if there's any winds, try and help us pick the location for where we're going to set up. Number 2, shake the trees to make sure that none of them are dead, because you don't want one of those branches falling down on you. And then because it's raining, we're going to set up the shelter third, and then deal with getting firewood afterwards. So she's pretty rainy, but I think I found a decent spot. I've been here on site for about 15 minutes, waving at Travis. And I'll show you a bit. One, gloves were a really good idea, although they're getting wet. And now I'm going to take this tarp that I've already kind of strung up between 2 trees. And so I'm going to try and stake out these corners, give myself a bit more of a shelter, and then the plan is to build my fire kind of in this area. So I just hunkered down inside my lean-to. This is pretty wet. Immediately in front of me where I had planned to put the fire, which is kind of dumb. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm pretty comfy because the spot was kind of, I guess, on a route, so I'm like sitting in a little curve. So I might actually be able to hunker down against my backpack here and maybe sleep tonight. I don't know if the dog's gonna sleep in here with me though. It looks a little sketchy. Next thing is to go out and search for some firewood. I am soaked, but I would normally wear this flying, sometimes even flats. These are like trail running shoes. They're not waterproof, so my feet are wet. Thankfully it's not too cold out, but my pants are soaked. But you can see where my jacket goes to about here, and then it gets soggy, especially in the butt. So I don't have any spare pants with me. All that I have are some long johns that I plan to put under these. So once I get the fire going, I might just put the long johns on and try and dry these pants off on the fire. So wish me luck, off to get firewood. So I look like a hot mess right now. Oh, this is embarrassing. I got a fire started. Check this out. But check out my dog, guys. How comfy. How does that look? She's in a sleeping bag. Just chilling. That's Camber. It's about 4:30 right now, so I'm just gonna keep this going and see how quickly I'm going through the firewood. And one of the other things you're supposed to be doing is gathering things that when they burn, will burn with a lot of smoke for signal fire. So shelter check, fire check, firewood check. Next I'm going to work on building the signal flare. It'll be about 7 feet tall, hopefully, when it's done. And the idea is that you would fill this whole inner side, or inner piece here, with twigs that would light easily, and then I would shove the big green boughs up inside that circle, and then just be ready with a torch from my fire so that I can run over and light it if I hear an airplane going by. And the search and rescue techs built one of these as well, and then we lit it off on Sunday morning, and it was quite smoky. I'd say the smoke went up about like almost 100 feet probably, just to about the tree line, which is what you would need. I don't want to show you this, so you're just gonna have to believe me. My feet are pruny. They're so wet that they got pruny. Let me tell you, wet socks, not good. Wet shoes, not good either. Dry socks, so good. So good. It is starting to get dark, and I'm getting thankful for it being an overcast day, so we keep some of this warmth at the ground. It's not all gonna radiate away, though it is a pretty high overcast layer now. Hi, so it's about 10:15, and I know it's really dark, but whenever I tried to put a flashlight on me to brighten me up, it looked a little too Blair Witch Project-y. I got my fire going pretty good now, but I've got a big log that I want to be able to put on before I try and get some sleep, but I need more coals, because if I put it on right now, it's gonna put my fire out, so. Just coals, and it was raining, and I was debating whether or not I should try and start it back up again, or if I should just stay out of the rain when it was really cold. I figured moving around would probably warm me up, so I put on my raincoat and I went out and I started the fire again. I'm just using those to keep me going until help arrives. It is the next morning. It is Sunday. I survived. Just dropped the dog off in the car, which is right there. So now I made some breakfast at the camp, and now I'm just headed down to where the Sartex and Ryan were camping out. But overall, it was not terrible. My fire got low a couple of times. I got pretty cold, but I'd do it again. Yeah, so we're just driving down the mountain road to get out of here. Camber survived as well.
And who got the best site out of the entire group?
I won best overall campsite.
No big deal.
No big deal. Because I had a fire going continuously, and my shelter was set up pretty much right away, and I built that lean-to shelter for the signal fire.
And you had a cute dog.
And I had a cute dog that
swayed
probably
in favor of the judges.
That probably helped me too. And then very much looking forward to a shower and a bed and some food that doesn't come prepackaged.